Anxiety.
No, I have the questions all the time. I'm not at all prepared, so we'll see.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Hayat Sabi.
Hi, I'm Dean.
Hi, I'm Lawrence.
My name is Kieran McKenna.
My name is Mustafa.
What do you study?
I study computer science, bachelor's degree.
Hi, my name is Sula. I'm studying Informatik. It's my third semester.
Hi, I'm Rai and I'm studying computer science informatics in my first semester.
Why did you choose Aachen?
Gonna be honest, I did look at the rankings like a lot of people.
So I went through the rankings.
Well, Aachen has a really good reputation as a university and a city as well. It's a city full of students, and yeah, it's not so big and it's not so small.
I had other options too, but Aachen was the best to study because it's a small city, it's cheap, it's full with students.
When I chose Aachen, it was a mix between the location and the courses that they offer here for informatics.
Actually, mainly the location of Aachen, that it's in the border and you can travel with the ticket the whole NRV, so I guess it was also kind of a game changer.
Do you actually participate in lectures?
During my first year of study, I went very often to university.
I try to.
Yeah, I do. I see all the lectures.
I'm watching the lectures, but yeah, in the double speed always. And if there is a 8:30 Fragestunde, that's the place where you can ask questions to professor. No.
But I don't really participate, which isn't a good thing to be saying. But I do participate in smaller ones, like seminars. So if it's under 20 people, I will try to participate and actually do something.
Now that is an embarrassing question because no, I don't participate in all lectures. So there are some lectures, for example, math lectures. I'd rather watch them on YouTube, which is more comfortable for me. I can rewind and repeat the video, watch in 2 times speed, which is more comfortable for me as well. But there are some lectures that the content is not available online, and the lecturers or the professors are actually good, and these are the ones I attend. So yeah.
What is the easiest subject?
At the moment, Softwaretechnik. Ever probably the nicht-technisches Wahlfach that we do, which is we get to pick a language course or something.
Oh, I really liked data communications and security in last semester.
I guess it's very individual, but I would say for me it was the basic mathematics that we started with.
Diskrete Strukturen. It was math. It's not so easy, but it was easy for me because I like math. But I can say Technische Informatik was also easy.
I guess Technische Informatics, because I didn't study too much for that, but I would say it is easy to pass, but I guess for all lectures you still have to learn. At least for me, that was how it was.
It was one of the electives for the Wahlpflichtfächer. It was called Embedded Systems. It was so easy that I studied it, I opened it for the first time the night before, and I ended up getting a 2.3.
Data banks.
What is the hardest subject and why?
Oh, everything else.
Definitely discrete structures in the first semester because it was just so tough. The weekly exercise sheets and the exam, but it also it's good. I think I made really good friends preparing for the exam and for the weekly sheets in discrete structures.
Datenstrukturen und Algorithmen. And it's because I just didn't like it. And I think most of the people find it hard too.
For me, it would say computations and decidability, computation theory.
Why?
It deals with the core concepts of computer science and how it all started.
Berechenbarkeit und Komplexität.
Buchberechenbarkeit und Complexity.
It's a really bad subject called Berechenbar und Komplexität, which is theoretical computer science, and I just hate it.
Analysis is supposed to be the hardest one, but I have had too many problems with that. And there are a few others like mathematical logic, which are gonna come in the next semester, so I haven't taken them yet. And yeah, I don't know what they are gonna be like.
What is your favorite thing about your degree?
I actually like the possibilities that I can do afterwards, because when I was coming here, I really was not sure to study computer science. I wasn't one of those guys who were already programming, already did their apps, or I don't know, who were really sure that, okay, I want to study computer science. I was kind of like, it's cool.
The amount of freedom that we have, because there aren't any mandatory attendances. And I also enjoy that in later semesters you are able to select your own courses. You're able to select what are you going to focus on. So you can say, okay, I like theoretical computer science, or I want to do web development or application development. So that's the part of the degree that I really like.
It's a really nice field because you get to be creative. You can make things, you can invent things just that never existed. So computer science enables me to be creative, and that's my way of expressing creativity.
Understanding how our technologies are going to develop and how every new technology is based on the same concepts.
What I really like is that we can structure our week ourselves. So also before Corona, we were able to choose if we want to attend a live lecture or if we want to study from home by looking at PDFs and video recordings. And this is something I really enjoyed, to be able to choose if I want to attend the lecture virtually or in person at university.
How do you study? Alone or in a group, and where?
I study alone, but at home is everything now. You know, for the Übungsblätter, for the worksheets and stuff. We'd always do that in a group, but studying alone, yeah.
So in the beginning, when the theme or the topic is totally new, I prefer to study alone. That's how I focus and comprehend things best. But to actually make the information sink in, I explain to people. So like when I help people study, this helps me actually study.
I like studying in the library. I do also sometimes meet up with friends every few weeks just to get to see what they're up to and like what they're like how much they know, how much I know, if there are things that we could explain to each other. But yeah, I mostly study alone.
Usually I study with my friends in study rooms. Like for example in Mogam, in the first semester we were always there. Like
especially in the exam phase, we were there like every day. I guess we were going there at 8 and leaving sometimes at night. So it was a real tough phase, but with people I think it's a bit easier because like you are not doing everything together, but when you have questions then you can basically ask them. So I really like studying with people.
What's your best recommendation for a place to study?
Best recommendation. Well, the library is a good place when it opens. Other than that, coffee shops are all around the city and it's usually nice, and you get to know also people. That's how I actually first saw Matt Murai. So
That's great. How often do you fail exams?
Oh, I have failed like a couple, but hopefully not more than 3 times.
Mom, you aren't watching this. I only really failed one exam so far, and I think that was the simplest exam that we have.
I only failed one exam, and it is Berechenbare complexity. So watch out from this bad subject.
I'm one of the lucky few who didn't fail any exam.
But also a little trick, well, not trick, but at least I didn't know actually the system here before I came here. So like when people are asking are you failing or not failing the exams, you always have the choice to attend the exam or not. So like I actually did all the exams that I supposed to take so far and I passed them. But like if you don't feel that you're ready to take the exam and you didn't get prepared enough, then you can just say, okay, I will do it in the second date of the exam, or you can also take it in the next semesters.
How did you meet your friends?
I think I met most of my friends in the Fortcourse, which is the German word for like, yeah, course before the studies. So it's like where you're supposed to learn math to get like to university level math, but in reality it's just an amazing place where you do a bit of math and spend the rest of time meeting people, going out with them, getting to know Aachen. So I met most of my friends in the forecourse.
I guess it was one of the best times in Aachen because like there are only the new students who actually attending there to just meet friends.
Well, I have a lot of friends from different places, so usually student activities and also from like computer science, but student activities, competitions that I sometimes join and stuff like that.
I've met a lot of friends during the welcome week when I first came here.
I met people on parties, also at the university and lectures.
You know, you guys, the AFO, one event I think was a few weeks ago. It was quite fun, yeah. But
That actually goes into my next question. If you did make new friends during Corona.
yeah, I did make a few new friends through the AFO event, Among Us or whatever.
Very few friends.
I had a chance to meet new people, so like before it's too strict, so like we were also hanging out in West Park and you can actually kind of randomly meet people there. And starting with the semester I also started being in like student initiatives and other organizations, and with that I also knew new people.
Yes, a lot actually. It might seem weird, but yeah, I think I made a lot of friends in this period.
I'm not really sure. I did meet new people during Corona, but like I think it's still too soon to say that they're really friends. We'll see. That's a philosophical question.
Are compulsory or non-compulsory internships available?
In my course of study there are no compulsory internship, and this is kind of problematic because if you want to do an internship you have to take at least 1 month of your time, I believe, and our exams are in the time where there are no lectures, so it's actually very hard to combine an internship and participating in exams. That's maybe something I don't like so much about my studies. I would fancy a little more practice.
We don't have to do an industrial internship, but there are 2 courses that are called a practicum or an internship, which we have to do. Yeah.
You are, however, allowed to do an internship if you want to. You can just take a semester, a leave semester. And I think there are, as far as I know, there are also offers from the university which help you find such an internship. There are like some of the Lehrstühle, they offer lists of companies that like taking on students because, well, most companies, especially in Germany, like seeing that you study at the RWTH. It's seen as this amazing university. So yeah, I don't wanna say that they look at other universities less. But if you look for an internship and you say that you study at the RWTH, you will have a very good chance of finding something.
What is the ratio of theory to applied implementations?
Oh, a lot of theory.
It's too much theory, like theory. Actually, we don't really do much of programming, so I guess there are also like a couple of people thinking, yeah, okay, I like programming and I want to continue with computer science and we will create apps, we will program. Actually, no, you will do a lot of maths and actually you will do proofs.
You should know before starting on my course of study that you will spend more time in front of a sheet than in front of a computer.
It's much more about getting to know the fundamentals of computer science and why computers work. And you know, why do they work the way they work? Why did people make these design decisions? So I think like 70 to 30, which sounds probably horrific for many people, especially for anyone who wants to start studying computer science and has only really done programming so far. But I think it's important to note, like, you need to get these fundamentals in one day. And I think once, like, it's way more about understanding the concepts here than understanding like the applications of it, because if you understand the concepts behind it, you will be able to apply that knowledge later on.
For example, in the first semester we had programming. It was learning how to but it wasn't much. You have to do everything by yourself if you want to really learn programming. And the other lectures were just theoretical stuff you have to memorize. And this semester we have practical, PSP, which is a lot of practical stuff, but yeah, you have to learn everything by yourself. So yeah.
Do you feel like it is enough practical stuff in your study?
No, I don't think so.
I do wish there was a bit more, but as far as I know, the way the courses are structured is that the applied parts come in the masters. So even though I do wish there was more, I do also have to admit it feels kind of nice not to have to program all the time, and that you can just sit down and do the things on paper.
They don't really prepare you for what is coming up in the career life, because I actually have a job as well, and the university didn't really contribute much to what I'm doing at work. So yeah, I would say, but the theoretical side of things is also good because you get to know how things started and the logic behind everything, instead of just using it practically without knowing why it is the way it is.
You actually already went a bit into my next question, but how prepared are you for real life?
Well, I'm well prepared, but it's not because of university. I work on my skills alone at home at night. I just take courses, I just make projects. It's my hobby, so I'm taking computer science more than just a career and a field of study. I'm taking it more as a hobby, so that's why I think I'm prepared for the real life. But yeah, one has to work on themselves, not just rely on university to prepare them.
Prepared enough, yeah, because in my own time I program and things like that. So it's not really a problem that it's very heavy on theory.
Oh, no. I don't think I'm very prepared for real life, but I guess in the next few semesters I must prepare for it. Yeah.
No, I'm not prepared for real life here. You have to prepare kind of on your own, or with help, or to use some of the offers that the university offers with companies, etc. In order to prepare yourself.
I guess real life is always at the start challenging, but when you come here like kind of alone and figure things out and you do also stuff outside of university, in the end you will be. At least I hope so. We'll see.
I think in real life, computer scientists are expected to program really good, really fast and really a lot. And through my university education, I think I'm more prepared for theoretical thinking and working rather than for the actual computer work. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
How many semesters do you actually need?
I think I will finish it on time or one more semester. I actually want to finish it at 7th so that I can have like one semester free. I can do stuff before masters. So yeah.
I'm planning 8, like 2 semesters more, but yeah, it's an open plan. I don't know.
The stated original time you should have your bachelor's in is 6 semesters. As far as I know, most people do about 8. I think average is 9 and median is 9. And I am expecting to need about 9 semesters, simply due to the fact that I'd like to also live a bit and not just study. So I think you can do it in 6 semesters. But yeah, it requires dedication and it requires you to work 40 hours, more than 40 hours a week on your studies. Yeah, maybe 9 semesters sounds like a good starting point.
I'm gonna finish the next one, so 6 semesters. And it is doable. People keep saying, yeah, it's gonna take 7 minimum, 8 minimum. No, I think it's doable with 6 if you just put your mind to it and set the negativity aside. So yeah.
I think if I study really hard, I could finish my bachelor's degree in my 6th semester. But I think I'll take a little bit longer because I want to go abroad. I want to maybe see something practical, meet people from abroad.
What other extracurricular activities does your course of study offer?
Well, there are a lot. There are these things called hackathons, which are usually 24 hours full of coding. You just code and then you pitch what you coded. And these competitions are the most fun thing that you can do as a computer science student because yeah, you get to implement what you learn and have fun also, and there are usually nice prizes. So yeah, and it's fun also because you get to meet a lot of people from the competition and the hackathons. So there are a lot of extracurricular activities in the field of computer science, especially the field of computer science.
If you want to specify computer science, then there's the Fachschaft, which is the student's body. You could do something with them. But I also feel like that it's a good idea to also go out and meet other people through different offers and extracurriculars. Or if you want to be specific, there are a lot, since Aachen is a student city, there are a lot of tech startups, there are a lot of tech incubators, so you could go maybe start your own startup, get a job so in one of them, etc., etc.
There are a lot of student initiatives where you can engage and do a lot of practical work. They differ for upon different concepts and different things that they do. And as a computer science student, you can actually participate in any one of them because they all have something to do with that.
You can actually just go and do some sports in the Hochschulsportzentrum. They have like everything there, any sport activity. So you can also just check it on the website.
What do you do outside of university?
I'm a runner, so I go on runs a lot, and I was also part of a university running team. We met weekly to practice running and also do some workout to improve the part of our body which is not the legs. Sadly, this is not possible during the winter of 2020. And I'm also a member of the student organization Studieren ohne Grenzen since I started my studies, and we think about helping students from crisis regions to pursue academic studies in their home countries. And I really care about this issue because I believe education should be for everyone, and also personally for me, being a member in a student organization is and was a way for me to meet students from other subject areas and backgrounds than my background.
I also really enjoy volunteering, so I'm currently active at the representation of foreign students, which does a lot of things. For example, the video you're currently watching.
I try to do sports. I love going out and eating, and I used to go party before Corona, but now it's a little bit harder.
A lot of things, sometimes sports, play basketball with my friends sometimes, and mostly competitions. I join, whenever I have free time, I just join a competition. It's becoming an addiction. And I also enjoy music, so I listen it, sometimes I make it as well. So it's a side hobby on the side, so yeah.
Actually, cliche meeting with my friends, drinking, and but this semester I also started to get active. Also, a couple of student initiatives. So, AV, like doing videos. That's also a hobby that I enjoy. So,
What's your favorite bar?
My favorite bar, the like.
The Guinness House near the Pont Street.
I really like the Café Kittel at the Lauer Pontstraße because I just like the atmosphere. They have a beautiful seating area outside, a very nice interior, and Eifeler Landbier on tap, which I can very sincerely recommend to you if you come to Aachen.
I think it's Cactus. Yeah, like we are just hanging there every day when it's open. Like it's so cozy, it's cute, it's not so big, and I don't know, it's fun to hang out.
My favorite bar is West Park.
for me also West Park.
I think most students don't really meet up in bars. It's much easier to meet up in a park and then sit down with friends, maybe get a beer or two, and then just relax without having a million other people around you and having to scream.
The best place to hang out in summer and spring are the parks, and mostly West Park, because when you go there, like also without Corona, or when it's not that much of number of Corona cases, then kind of the whole university is there. Like you go there and it's full of students like RWTH or FH, but you can actually just go there, play flanky ball and play other people's flanky balls or games, so it's pretty nice.
If you could go back in time, would you choose Aachen again?
Yeah, definitely. No regrets.
I believe so. Yeah. It's a nice city, and apart from the weather, it's actually perfect.
I think yes, because I had a good time in the last 2.5 years. Maybe a little hard start in the first year, but I think I met some great people here in Aachen, and I'm really looking forward to the day I can go back to my normal life and meet people every day at university, meet new people, and also maybe feel a little bit more close to computer science by attending studies in person.
Of course, yes. Yeah. Like before I came here, I was living in a big city, Istanbul, and I had questions about how am I gonna live there. It's so small, but now I'm so happy. I can walk everywhere. I have a bike. I can go everywhere in 10 minutes, and I don't know. Like I love the people here. They're all students. They're all open, and you can meet everyone. If you wanna just say hi, you can just say hi, which is nice.
Basically, when you go to a bar in the Pond Street, like it's kind of full with RWTH students, or at least students. And when you look at Aachen, it is a real student city, and it is small for me. I have also heard from a lot of people it's a big city. I don't know. But I find it real cute and fun to study. So I would definitely come here again.
Yeah, I would. That's it, I'm not gonna say anything more.
Okay, thank you.